Good afternoon. Welcome back to Deb's True Crime Notebook. Well, just when you thought it was over, we have, believe it or not, a breaking new document in the Richard Allen case. It looks like the prosecutor, Nick McClellan, has filed a precipice for the transcript of the defense's firearms expert testimony. Let's see what that's all about. So Nick McClellan, the prosecuting attorney for Carroll County in the Richard Allen case, filed a precipice for transcript. It was filed on today, November 11th, 2024, with the state of Indiana. Before we get into that document, let's take a look at what a precipice actually is. It's a written request addressed to a court for a writ to be produced specifying what the contents of the writ should be, or 2, a writ instructing that a given action be taken or demanding a reason for failure to take the given action. So in essence, he's just simply requesting that they provide him with a transcript from the testimony of Eric Warren, who was the defense's firearms expert. State of Indiana versus Richard Allen, precipice for transcript. Comes now the state of Indiana by prosecuting attorney Nicholas C. McClellan and files a precipice for the testimony of defense witness Eric Warren occurring on November 5th, 2024 in the trial by jury in this cause. It's respectfully submitted, Nicholas C. McClellan, attorney, prosecuting attorney. Now, you might want to ask, why would the prosecutor be asking for transcripts from the trial now, once Richard Allen has been convicted and we are awaiting the actual sentencing on December 20th? Well, I think there's a couple of possibilities, with one being more likely. The first, less likely, is that he intends to talk about something at the sentencing towards the gun, stating that, it was his bullet, it was his gun. He went there with the gun intending to do something bad that day. That's a possibility. I think it's more likely that he is looking at that testimony in order to prepare for a potential appeal. Even though I think it will be difficult for the defense to get an appeal, they do have the right to file for one. And if they do get it, of course, the prosecutor needs to be prepared. In my opinion, it's a great place for the prosecution to brush up and possibly even look at doing further testing on that bullet. Although the defense's expert never said that Oberg, who was the expert for the prosecution, that her results were wrong. He just said he would have done it in a different fashion. He also did not conduct his own experiments or testing. He simply looked at her test and her pictures of what she did. Now, through my own research and looking, I've found that there's probably a better way to test for striation marks on that bullet. And I think maybe what was left out were possibly the force with which Richard Allen cycled that slide on the gun and the speed in which he cycled the slide on the gun. So if Oberg, the prosecution's expert, would redo that examination, those tests, and conduct it in a way that she would test it at different speeds and different force of cycling that gun, cycling the slide, faster and with more force, I think that she might be able to achieve the striation marks that were on the original bullet if she tested it in that manner. The way that she tested it was eventually to just fire the gun. Not saying that that's right or wrong, because an expert that I have listened to said basically by firing the gun to achieve those striation marks, you are comparing apples to more detailed apples, not apples to oranges, as the defense expert said. So I think that it's really a good idea that prosecution is looking at this testimony and strengthening that area of their defense in case there is an appeal. And now you're up to date in the Richard Allen trial. Yes, believe it or not, we had a new document today. Please leave us some comments in the comment section and let us know what you think about this, what your opinions are on why he would ask for this specific testimony, and areas that you think that the prosecution needs to strengthen, or areas you think the defense needs to strengthen in case there's an appeal. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications, and we'll continue to bring you the latest and updates as they become available.